Good morning. In my previous video, I have discussed the nature and the function and the physiological effects of gibberellic acid in plant growth. And also we have discussed the application of gibberellic acid in agriculture and the tissue culture technique. In this video, I will talk about the nature and the physiological effects and the function of another plant growth regulators, that is cytokinin, under the chapter plant growth and development. Let's begin. Cytokinin, first discovered by Miller, Skoog and Strong in the year 1955 during the callus tissue culture of Nicotiana tabacum. They observed that when, along with the auxin, the extracts of the vascular tissue or the extracts of the coconut milk or the extracts of the DNA or the extracts of the yeast was added to the callus tissue culture of the Nicotiana tabacum, it becomes responsible cell proliferation, that is the cell division, auxin, along with the auxin, anyone, either vascular tissue extract or the coconut milk extract or the DNA extract or the yeast extract, responsible for the callus formation in the Nicotiana tabacum. Later, they have extracted cytokinin from the autoclaved herring sperm DNA. Then they identified this synthetic product as 6-furfuryl aminopurine and named as kinetin. It is a derivative of the nitrogen base adenine. Later, they observed that it actually helps in cytokinesis, either alone or in conjugation with auxin. Therefore, the name has been given cytokinins instead of kinetin. Cytokinin means it helps in cell division. It promotes cell division either alone or in conjugation with auxin. Just now I told you the interesting feature that we have to know, that in tissue culture, when equal amount of auxin and cytokinin are added, they help in callus formation. But when the auxin concentration becomes more than the cytokinin concentration, it promotes root formation. And when the cytokinin concentration gets increased than the auxin concentration, that is artificially it is increased, it promotes shoot formation. So therefore, after callus formation, the callus are transferred in different plates containing different concentration of auxin and the cytokinin to promote root formation and the shoot formation. Then they are transferred in the field. Already I told you that auxin helps in cell division, and in some cases it is also responsible for stimulating the cell division even in non-meristematic tissue. It also helps in cell enlargement and the cell differentiation. Thus, it is responsible for enhancing the expansion of the leaf cell or the leaf disc or even the cotyledon. It is also responsible for increasing the amount of the chlorophyll content in the leaf. Another important interesting function of the cytokinin is delay in senescence. What does it mean? That is slowing the aging. The leaves and the other important organs like inflorescence remain fresh for a longer period of time. Leaves remain fresh and green in color for a longer period of time. Inflorescence like gladiolus, China tuberose remains fresh for a longer period of time, thus responsible for increasing the vast life. So it has a high commercial value and it is marketed, exported in different countries by using this cytokinin treatment. How does it function? It delays the senescence by controlling the protein synthesis and also by mobilizing the nutrients. It leads to delay the chlorophyll degradation, thus responsible for reducing or delaying the yellow coloring of the leaves, and thus the leaves remain green in color for a longer period of time. It is called Richmond-Lang effect. Another important function of cytokinin is the counteraction of apical dominance. Auxin, we have learned, that is responsible for increasing the length of the stem by increasing the rate of cell division of the meristematic tissue which is present in the apical bud. Now, when the apical bud is chopped off or cut, the lateral axillary bud which is present over here becomes active. In this axillary bud, the concentration of cytokinin gets increased and thus responsible for branching. Therefore, it gives the appearance of a bush-like structure. Auxin is sprayed to hedge plants to make it more thickened and more branched, because hedge plants are used for fencing the garden or the agricultural field, and if it becomes more thickened and branched, then the grazing animals cannot enter into the garden or the agricultural field. Apical bud is cut off, axillary bud, cytokinin concentration gets increased and thus responsible for branching, and it gives the bushy appearance. Once again I am showing. Activity of the axillary bud gets increased due to the increased concentration of the cytokinin. Thus, it helps in branching or giving the bushy appearance as the apical bud is cut or chopped off. This technique is also used for making bonsai. The apical bud is cut off, so no more auxin apical bud, so apical dominance is inhibited. Axillary bud, cytokinin concentration gets increased and the plants take the shape of a bonsai, smaller in size. Thus, we can say that auxin and cytokinin act antagonistically in control of apical dominance. Auxin is responsible for stimulating the growth of the apical bud and inhibiting the growth of the axillary bud, whereas cytokinin is responsible for the growth of the apical axillary bud. Thus, it helps in branching, giving the bushy appearance. Cytokinin promotes adventitious root formation. What does it mean, adventitious root formation? The roots develop from different parts of the plant other than the radicle. Thus, this cytokinin is used in vegetative plant propagation. Cytokinin promotes flowering in some plants. Some other functions. Cytokinin breaks the dormancy of the seed of various types of plants. How? By increasing the metabolic activity. Thus, it is responsible for early germination. Auxin also helps in accumulation and the translocation of the solutes in phloem. Thus, it helps in delay of senescence. Auxin induces the formation of the interfascicular cambium in Pinus radiata and in some other dicotyledonous plant. Let me allow to explain. Say it is the transverse section of the stem of a dicotyledonous plant. Dicotyledonous plant, we know the vascular bundles are arranged in a ring, and in between xylem and phloem, cambium ring is present, which is called intrafascicular cambium, right? These are the intrafascicular cambium. Now, in between, parenchymatous tissue is present. Due to the activity of the increased concentration of the cytokinin, this parenchymatous tissue regain the power of cell division, becomes meristematic, and thus forms intervesicular cambium. Parenchymatous tissue regain the power of cell division, becomes intervesicular cambium. Parenchymatous tissue regain the power of cell division, become intervesicular cambium. So thus it forms a ring-like structure. Vesicular cambium, it is represented by red marking. Violet color represents the intervesicular cambium. So vesicular cambium, intervesicular cambium alternately arranged and responsible for the formation of cambium ring, which helps in secondary growth in dicotyledonous plant. Thus, I hope this is clear. Intervesicular cambium. This parenchymatous tissue regain the power of cell division, becomes meristematic secondarily, and gets converted into intervesicular cambium and divides xylem and phloem. So we have come to the end of this video. In a nutshell, what have we learned? Cytokinin helps in slow aging, delay in senescence. Thus the vas life gets increased in certain cut flowers like gladiolas, tuberose. It helps in cell division, cell enlargement, cell differentiation. It antagonizes the function of the apical dominance, gives the plant a bushy structure. In some plants, it increases the nucleic acid metabolism. It is also responsible for activating protein synthesis. In this video, we have discussed the function and the physiological effects of cytokinin and how it can be used for the benefit of the mankind in agricultural field and the tissue culture technique. I hope it is clear to all of you, my dear children.